Call Lou. Delta 6.
A Cobb County Sheriff deputy rushes to a call of a detainee having a medical emergency.
She's gasping for air at this time.
When he arrives, he finds Brittny Sharpes surrounded by jail staff trying to keep her alive.
Signal for fire and rescue are en route.
William Stevens is Brittny's younger brother. Their father called him with the news.
And he was like, yeah, your sister's on life support. And I just kind of lost it.
26 days later, Brittny died. She was in custody facing drug charges. While the medical examiner said she died from natural causes listed as heart failure, an Atlanta News First investigation uncovered court filings that claimed the 34-year-old repeatedly requested medical help days before she collapsed, but she was never evaluated. On July 11th, 2022, this jail form shows Brittny notified staff about her having hot and cold flashes, chest pain, and numbness in her hand. Security video shows Brittny speaking to a paramedic in the infirmary. She's never evaluated by a nurse or doctor. The paramedic wrote Brittny was suffering from anxiety issues and sent her back to her cell.
We have a paramedic who's not trained or licensed to make a medical diagnosis, actually documenting a medical diagnosis.
Lori Roscoe is a nurse practitioner and has nearly 30 years of experience in correctional health. So bottom line for you, he wasn't qualified to make that diagnosis.
That's correct.
When she returned to her cell, Brittny continued to complain about her condition. Listen to this call between a deputy and an infirmary employee.
She says that she has numbness like in her arms and her legs. And she says she's been seen by the infirmary.
Yeah, she said she had chest pain earlier today.
But according to the lawsuit, that wasn't true. Jail documents show Brittny was at the infirmary nearly 2 days before this phone call.
They say she appeared having anxiety issues.
Okay, so she says leave her in there.
Yeah.
Did that infirmary staff member make the right call?
No, in my opinion, she did not. When she received a phone call from the sergeant stating that Ms. Sharp was presenting now with new and different signs and symptoms, she should have immediately sent Ms. Sharp to the medical department.
She went to the infirmary. They said, all right.
According to recorded interviews with sheriff investigators, nearly every detainee in Brittny's pod said she repeatedly asked for help.
She had complained to about every different shift, tried to get the medical.
Everyone was ignoring her.
Nobody cares about us, so she was just like, yeah, that's very true. When you're behind these bars and you're telling people that you need medical and they don't come, they don't care.
So what does Sheriff Craig Owens have to say about all this? We don't know. After agreeing to an interview with Atlanta News First, he canceled weeks later. But he has spoken to me about someone else who died while in custody here. It involves this detainee having a mental health crisis, seen pulling out his own hair for hours before he died. His family blamed the sheriff for not providing adequate care.
I am not a trained medical professional. I can only go off what the people we put in those places and pay to do that job tell us.
The Cobb County Sheriff doesn't employ his own medical staff. The Sheriff's Office pays WellPath Health millions of dollars a year to provide care for its detainees. And this isn't the first time the company has been accused of failing to do its job.
This was in reference to the inmate that passed away.
Here's a deputy speaking to an investigator in 2021. WellPath was the medical provider at the time.
I have words in the nurses and said, oh, this inmate is having chest pain. Well, he's just gonna have to wait. I had enough shit to do on my face.
According to the Project on Government Oversight, WellPath and its subsidiaries had faced nearly 1,400 lawsuits nationwide over the past decade, accusing it of exposing detainees to contaminated insulin, failing to give a man his HIV medicine, and medical neglect. And this past December, 2 U.S. senators sent this letter to WellPath after receiving complaints about outright denials of care and inadequate staffing.
She's at her grandmother's house.
Days before Brittny went unconscious, she called her brother.
I'm ready to see y'all, man. I'm closer now.
A reunion that will never happen, following days of asking for medical help that allegedly never came.
I love you so much, brother. I love you so much.
I love you, Pastor Mo.
I love you, Pastor Mo, too. I'll talk to you later, okay?